The new Superman movie didn't just end with a bang, it launched us straight into the future of the DC universe. Two major movies were set up, and while one might be obvious, the other will completely change how you see the DCU going forward. Welcome to Haynes for Heroes, I'm Alex Haynes, and if you're new to the superhero genre, don't worry, I got your cape. Today we're breaking down the Superman movie ending, specifically how it sets up two movies, Supergirl and The Authority. Spoilers ahead. Let's start off at the very end of the Superman movie where we get a surprise appearance from Supergirl, who finally comes to Earth after hardcore partying on other planets. You might be thinking, isn't she supposed to be the girl version of Superman? Like, why does she look like she doesn't have her life together? Because she doesn't, and that's what's gonna lead into her movie. The Supergirl movie is supposed to be based on the comic book Woman of Tomorrow, and in this story, Supergirl meets a young alien who wants revenge for the unlawful murder of her father. And on this murderous journey across the galaxy, Supergirl's gonna try to overcome the trauma of surviving Krypton. Yeah, she was there for that. As well as escaping from the very large shadow of her cousin, Superman. The Supergirl movie will be a perfect way to explore the cosmic side of this new DC universe. And we'll most likely meet other iconic DC characters in this movie, like Lobo, who's already been confirmed. But what's really interesting about this is that James Gunn said that the tone of each movie in the DCU will be different than the Superman movie. And given how Supergirl is going to be about revenge and overcoming trauma and grief, it's safe to say that we're going to get a taste of that very soon. Supergirl is set to release in June of 2026, but real quick, let me know down in the comments, are you excited to see the Supergirl movie? And if you had the powers of Supergirl, which planet would you want to party on? But now let's get into the next movie that was teased in the Superman movie, The Authority. And we were just talking about how all the movies are going to have a different tone. Superman's down here, Supergirl's going to be up here, but The Authority, they're going to be off the screen. If you remember towards the end of the film, Superman was in a battle with Ultraman and the Engineer. And during that fight, Superman was pleading with the Engineer to stop working for Lex Luthor. She doesn't have to keep doing this. And despite crashing into the ground all the way from orbit, the Engineer was able to survive her battle against Superman. But why am I talking about the Engineer? Well, that's because she is a prominent member of The Authority. Now, The Authority is another movie that's confirmed for the DCU, and they are a team of heroes that use extreme methods. Extreme as in, if they believe a criminal would be better off without their head attached to their body, then they will happily make that happen. The Authority will be the team that brings the darker and more violent storylines into the DCU, which is a vastly different tone than the Superman movie. But a real cool thing about The Authority is that their comics paved the way for stories about superheroes challenging the typical portrayals of heroism. So if you're a big fan of stories such as The Boys or Invincible, then you should thank The Authority. The Authority has yet to have a confirmed release date, but it's safe to know that it will be vastly different from Superman. Leave your kids at home for this one. But what do you think of these two confirmed movies? And what other movies would you like to see in the DCU? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more, go ahead and shoot your heat vision at the like button, subscribe to Haynes for Heroes, and then click on the boxes right here, and I'll see you in a bit.